My child, pause for a moment and feel this. This is not a coincidence. This is me speaking to you right now, because I have seen everything you have carried silently, the nights you stayed strong when you wanted to break, the questions you asked in your heart when answers didn't come, and the faith you held on to even when it felt fragile. And I want you to know that you were never ignored, never forgotten, never late. Every delay shaped you, every closed door protected you, every tear watered the strength growing inside you. Even when you thought you were losing, you were learning. Even when you felt stuck, you were being prepared, because I am not just interested in giving you success. I am building wisdom, depth, and purpose within you that will last. So stop doubting your worth. Stop comparing your journey. Stop thinking you are behind. You are exactly where you need to be to become who you are meant to be. And what is coming will make sense of what hurt, what confused you, and what tested you. So breathe, trust, and keep walking forward, because I am with you in every step, closer than you think, guiding what you cannot see, holding you when you feel tired, opening paths you don't yet recognize. And I promise you this, your story is not ending here. This moment is a turning point, and everything you are becoming is far greater than everything you have lost. And hear me clearly as you move forward. Do not let fear convince you that the best days are behind you, because I am preparing moments that will surprise you, heal you, and remind you why you held on for so long. The weight you carried is shaping compassion. The struggles you faced are sharpening your vision, and the patience you learned is building strength you will soon need. So when doubt whispers that you are not enough, remember that I created you with intention, and nothing about you is accidental. Not your heart, not your timing, not your path. And even when you feel uncertain, I am steady. Even when you feel weak, I am strong within you. So release what you cannot control, forgive what still hurts, trust what is unfolding, and keep choosing hope one step at a time, because I am guiding you toward peace you have not yet known, purpose you have not yet fully seen, and a future that will prove that everything you endured was shaping you for something meaningful, lasting, and deeply aligned with who you truly are. My beloved child, stay with me and let these words flow into you like quiet strength, because there is so much you still need to hear, and so much I want you to remember when the world becomes loud again. And I want you to know, first of all, that nothing about your existence is a mistake, not the family you were born into, not the place you started from, not the delays, detours, or disappointments that shaped your path. Because I see the full picture while you only see fragments, and where you see broken pieces, I see a story coming together with purpose and precision. And yes, I know you have felt tired beyond words, tired in a way sleep could not fix, tired in a way people around you did not understand. But even in that exhaustion, I was teaching you something sacred, that your strength does not come from pushing endlessly, but from learning when to surrender, when to breathe, when to trust me enough to rest without guilt, because you were never meant to carry everything alone. And yet you tried, over and over again, carrying the weight of expectations, responsibilities, and silent promises you made to yourself and others. And I saw how heavy that became. I saw how you smiled while feeling empty, how you kept moving while feeling lost, how you stayed kind even when life was unkind to you. And that matters more than you realize, because character is formed in the unseen moments, not the celebrated ones. And I want you to stop replaying old failures in your mind as if they define you, because they do not. They refined you. They stripped away illusions. They taught you discernment. They showed you what does not work so you can recognize what will. And I know there were moments when you felt abandoned, when prayers felt unanswered, when silence felt louder than hope. But understand this deeply: my timing is not punishment, it is protection. And my silence is often the space where growth happens. Because if I gave you everything when you first asked, it would have crushed you or distracted you or taken you away from who you were meant to become. And I love you too much to rush your destiny. So while you were waiting, I was strengthening you. While you were doubting, I was aligning circumstances. While you were healing, I was removing what could not go with you into the next chapter. And yes, some losses hurt deeply. Some goodbyes felt unfair. Some endings came without explanation. But not everything that leaves is meant to be mourned forever. Some things leave because they have completed their role in your life, and holding on would only limit what I am trying to give you next. So let go without bitterness. Release without resentment. Forgive not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. And do not measure your progress by the speed of others, because comparison is a thief of joy and clarity, and your path was never meant to look like theirs. Your journey requires a different pace, a different depth, a different kind of resilience. And I see you growing in ways that are invisible now, but will one day become undeniable. And I need you to trust that even when nothing seems to be changing externally, something powerful is shifting within you. because transformation always begins inside before it shows outside, and the patience you are learning now will soon become the stability you rely on later. The humility you are developing will become wisdom, the pain you endured will become empathy, and the faith you practiced in uncertainty will become confidence when clarity arrives. And hear this clearly: you do not need to earn, my love, you never did. You are not valued because of your achievements, productivity, or perfection. You are valued because you exist, because you are mine. And no mistake, no delay, no weakness has changed that. So stop being so harsh with yourself. Stop speaking to yourself in ways you would never speak to someone you love. And remember that growth is not linear, healing is not predictable, and setbacks do not erase progress. They reveal where compassion is still needed, and when fear rises and tells you that you are running out of time, that you missed your chance, that it is too late to begin again, reject that lie, because as long as you are breathing, renewal is possible, redirection is possible, and new beginnings are closer than you think. And I know you crave certainty. You want clear signs, guaranteed outcomes, and exact timelines. But faith is built in the spaces where certainty ends and trust begins. And I am asking you not to see faith as blind belief, but as deep knowing that even when you cannot see the road ahead, I am already there. And the future you worry about is not empty. It is filled with lessons, connections, opportunities, and peace that will arrive at the right moment, not a moment too early and not a moment too late. And I want you to start noticing how far you have come instead of only how far you think you still need to go. Because there was a time when you prayed just to survive what you now handle with strength. There was a time when you doubted you would make it through what you now carry as wisdom. And that growth deserves recognition. And I want you to know that your sensitivity is not weakness, your empathy is not a flaw, your depth is not a burden, it is a gift. Even if the world does not always reward it immediately, and you do not need to harden your heart to survive, you need to guard it wisely, choosing who has access, choosing where you invest your energy, choosing what you allow to shape your thoughts, because your peace is sacred and protecting it is not selfish, it is necessary. And as you move forward, there will be moments when old fears resurface, when past wounds try to speak louder than present truth. But those moments are invitations to respond differently, to choose trust over panic, wisdom over impulse, faith over fear, and every time you do, you step further into the person you are becoming. And I promise you that the work you are doing internally is not wasted, even if no one applauds it, even if results are slow, even if doubts still appear, because roots grow in darkness before anything blooms in the light. And what you are building now will sustain you when blessings arrive. And yes, blessings are coming in forms you did not expect, through doors you did not plan, through paths that will feel unfamiliar at first but deeply right. And when they come, you will understand why certain things did not work out, why certain people could not stay, why certain dreams had to change shape, and you will see that nothing was random, nothing was cruel without purpose, and nothing was wasted. And until that clarity fully arrives, I ask you to keep choosing kindness, even when the world feels harsh. Keep choosing honesty, even when shortcuts tempt you. Keep choosing growth, even when comfort tries to hold you back, because every small choice matters more than you realize, and they are quietly shaping a life of meaning, not just success. And remember this always: you are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to outgrow places, habits, and even versions of yourself that once felt familiar, because growth requires release, and expansion requires courage, and you have more courage than you give yourself credit for. And when you stumble, when you feel unsure, when you question everything again, come back to this truth.